Alright guys, what's going on? Chorizo and peppers, man. Chorizo and peppers, I should say. But growing up, man, it was always chorizo. I don't know why. That's how we talk up there. New England area. Sort of deal. 3 very simple ingredients. Gonna throw a few other things in there too, but these are the main things. These green peppers are awesome. My wife had I don't know if it was a coworker, a friend of hers at work. I don't know, somebody with a very big garden up north of here. And he only comes into town, 3 times a year or something, I don't know. But she did him a favor and he brought her a big bag of these green bell peppers. And they're awesome. I mean, these couldn't have been out of the garden more than a day. So we're just going to cut them in half and chop them up here. Now you're wondering to yourself, why is he not doing this over a colander in the sink and, he can run water and he won't have those seeds flying all over the place? There's a good reason for that. I, too, have a garden. And these peppers were awesome, so I'm saving these seeds. So I know they're kind of getting everywhere, and this is not the easiest way to do this because it requires a little picking up, but I ended up saving those seeds, scrounging them out of the bowl and everywhere else. If they weren't on the floor, I saved them. The ones on the floor got vacuumed up. But we're just going to chop up the peppers now. See, saving my seeds. Save your seeds, kids. And as you can see, I'm not doing a real special chopping up here. Chorizo and peppers, I watched a few other videos on this. So I think everybody does it different. So I'm just going to say this is the way I do it. Some people are putting tomato paste, some people are putting tomato sauce, some people use red wine, some people don't use any wine, some people use ground up chorizo, some people are using it the way I do, some people take the skins off, some people, it's incredible. The different versions of this. This is mine. Give it a shot. It's pretty simple. I had 5 peppers there, and as you can see, I'm kind of torn, and I finally looked at the plate and said, you know what? That's the perfect amount of peppers right there. So I didn't use the other 2, not for this dish. There's a stuffed pepper recipe I could do that my grandmother used to do. Maybe I'll do that sometime. So I'm kind of eyeballing the ingredients. Like I said, I used 3 I had 5 out. I used 3. This is a really large onion compared to what I normally do or what I normally buy. And I was going to peel it here, but it's like I'm going to cut it in half anyway. Why struggle? So I'm using half of this. If your onions are smaller, use a whole onion. I typically would have a smaller onion. I would have used a whole one. You'll notice there's no ingredient lists on the video. I don't even know if I'll put one in the description because it's pretty. Yeah, maybe I'll throw something on the video. But anyway, and I'm not saving the onion seeds. I'm just throwing that away. But a rough cut. Once I manage to get all the stuff off of them. And you slice an onion in half like that, putting it back together, it's like a Rubik's Cube. Oh, look at that, I scored. Oh, hey. And that's the cut we're going to do on them. It's a rustic dish. It's a sandwich. You don't have to get real picky with your chopping here. You're going to pretty much fry everything down so it's loose. I don't know what the word is for it. I don't know. Cooked soft and translucent. How's that for sounding like I know what I'm talking about? And I'm just going to separate them a little bit here. They'll separate in the pan too. And that's pretty much, I just wanted you to see, portion wise, that's kind of what you're shooting for 1 package of chorizo. I'm going to keep correcting myself and I'll never get it right. I'm an old man now. I'm never going to be able to correct the way I say that. There you go. That's the pepper pot. Because when they say chorizo and peppers, they don't say chorizo and peppers and onions and sauce and the wine and the bread and it's just chorizo and peppers. But there's a few more things in there. Okay, I got my board cleaned off, so here's the star of the show. Oh, sorry about that. I noticed when I was watching this back that knife is flying right at you. And I record these in high def. So if you get your face too close to the screen, it probably looks like I just stabbed you in the forehead with this little knife here. Let me apologize for that. I really didn't know that was going to happen, and I thought it was kind of funny when I was playing it back, so thought I'd mention it. And this is how I'm going to cut the chorizo. People cut it smaller. People cut it bigger. This is how I do it. This was actually a lunch for my son last Sunday. And because, believe it or not, my wife and I don't eat this. I used to love it growing up. We just been trying to stay away from too much meat. So I'm just, watch out, they're round and they'll go flying on you. But I just wanted you to see the basic size of the cuts I'm doing. You could cut those in half again, like I did the onion. It'll be a little easier to cook them in the pan. You'll see that later on when I'm frying these up. But I don't care. It gives you a nice, good, healthy bite, and you get a nice big bite of chorizo in every bite. Guess there's no other way to say that. So there's our ingredients we're going to fry up. So let's go over to the stove. That was all the extra virgin olive oil I had in that little bottle. I didn't realize I didn't have any more in the house. But I did have spray extra virgin olive oil. So I sprayed it and got it, as you can see, everywhere. I don't know if oil's attracted to camera. I don't know. But that's what it looked like when I was playing it back. And we're going to fry this up. This is an aggressive medium heat, I'm going to say. Sometimes they say medium and you go like a little less because you're not sure what your stove is going to do. This is a very aggressive medium heat, so just a tad over. And I get them all as flat as possible. Throw a cover on there. And we're going to let these little Portuguese gift to heaven of heaven sausages fry up. Oh, that was a little bit under 10 minutes. I really eyeballed this dish. I've just been doing it so long. And I probably should have timed things. And I was filming it, but I wasn't absolutely sure I was going to do a video on it because it's, oops, watch out. They go flying out of the pan, man. That one's still kicking. Put that one back in there. It's such an easy meal. I wasn't absolutely positive I was going to do the video, but it came out good, and why not? I did another video, which I may or may not tag up on top, a Portuguese soup, and used the same ingredients here as chorizo. See, I'm learning how to say it. So we're going to flip it over as best as possible. As you can see, I kind of gave up, throw the cover on it, and I probably let it maybe another 5 minutes or so. And I'm kind of eyeballing it, so look at it. It's a video. Look there. Look over here. And that's about what you want it to look like. This is a very awkward way for me to take it out of the pan and put it, and keep it in front of the camera. There you go. I want you to get a good look at that. Very awkward way of taking it out of the pan because I'm standing on the side here, and typically I wouldn't unload the pan this way, but hey, you want to see this, right? I don't know if you need to, but if you're still here, hey, thanks. I'm trying to get these out of the pan. And I'm going to leave the juice in there and the little bits on the bottom because I want that. That's flavor, as we call it in the business. Technical term. Flavor. So there we go. We got our cooked chorizo. Put it to one side. Get some of the mess I made out of the way. And we'll get our onions and our peppers. And we'll throw them right on top of that. I'm still finding seeds. Those seeds just get everywhere, man. If you're not saving the seeds, cut those peppers in half, and then when you're clean them out in the sink over a colander, a fine colander, or that wire strainer you see me use in some other videos. You can do it under that too, and that'll capture most of it. I mean, if you don't want to save the seeds, you don't need to get seeds all over the place like I do. All right, so I threw those in that oil, put a little salt and pepper there. Stir them up as best I can, and we got bits stuck to the bottom of the pan, and we want that. And you probably should use red wine. I had white wine sitting right on the side of me over there to release that flavor. I do have red wine, but it wasn't open, and I wasn't going to open it just for the little splash I was going to put in here. So I took a little white wine. See what I mean, man? You just cruise. Little white wine. Go with the flow. It's your kitchen. Do what you want. And I just put that in there so I could scrape the bottom and get those bits up easier. And look at that. Cover them as best I can. Stir them around. Get a good mix on there. And we'll throw a cover on that. And we're going to let that go until they're translucent. Yeah. You don't want to go too much with them. You don't want them super floppy. You want them al dente. A little less than al dente. A little less than firm to the bite. But don't overcook this, because this freeze is gonna continue with them. I'm gonna throw the shitties back in top with them. Oh, here we go. Yes, I am. And we'll stir that up. Look at all the juice in that bowl I had that chorizo in. Is that looking beautiful right there? This is good stuff. I got a friend of mine down here that's from the same area. I'm in Florida, and we're both from the Boston area. And this is going to kill him. When I get done with this video, I'm going to text it to him just so we can let his mouth water. He doesn't cook at all, apparently. I'm going to stir that up, cover that up, and let that go just a little bit more. I think I lowered the heat a little bit, and just kind of keep an eye on it. Yeah, I let that go maybe another 3-4 minutes. Now, I said I was making this for lunch for my son, but I was making pasta dinner for that evening, our Sunday dinner. So right behind this pan, on the same stove that you cannot see, I have my sauce going. I've had the sauce go I'll let my sauce go 4 hours, 5 hours, but there you go. So right behind that pan, I just grabbed a ladle and I just grabbed some of that sauce. If you're not making pasta for dinner that night and don't have a convenient pan of sauce sitting right behind you, you can put a little bit in. You know those tiny little cans that they say, tomato sauce they sell, for like cents, like under $0.50. And if you just want to grab one of them and dump it in there, that's good too. You don't even have to use it at all if you don't want to, but don't open a big can of sauce to put in that little 2 ladles, 2 half ladles, 1 whole ladle. But I just happen to have some pasta sauce there, I guess is the point I'm making. Those little cans, those little tiny cans, I don't know, they're like 4 ounces or something. They're really small. You can use that easily while you're out getting the chorizo if you don't anticipate having pasta that evening. Grab one of them. And there you go. Throw a cover on there, lower it down, keep it warm, because this is a hot sandwich. And back over to the cutting board, because now we need to put it on bread. This is you can put this on any bread you want. Like I said, your kitchen, your rules. I just cut off about, 10 inches off of a French baguette. And I'm just going to slice it down the middle. Probably going to, yeah, I remember actually this. I had a hard time keeping it open. It's a really fresh baguette. And we're just going to fill that up. Now you can also heat that bread up if you'd like. That'll make it a little softer too. And there's our Chourico Peppers. We're just going to load that puppy up. And you're going to see that is about, I think that's a 12-inch plate. So that's about a 10-inch roll. And you'll see how much I put in there for a sandwich. And I'm going to put the pan in front of the camera so you can see how much I have left. So this would easily make that recipe you just watched. 4 of these. I think, yeah, see how much is left over? I think I made them, this one for lunch, and I think I made them 2 more to take for lunches for work. And then I still had a container in the refrigerator left over with a little bit more. And there you go. That's what it looks like. Chourico Peppers, my friends, New England style. That's the way I do it. That's the way I roll. I hope you try it. Hey guys, stay safe. You guys absolutely rock. Hi guys, just want to say a quick thank you for watching the videos. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed them. And please come back for the next one.